On March 24th, the Liberators were assigned the task of dropping supplies to our troops crossing the Rhine. Another low-altitude mission, this one the jumping-off point for the final campaign. Trucks arrived at the 392nd Bomb Group with supplies to be loaded in the Libs. They were backed up to the bombers where armament crews let go the tailgates and started unloading with vigor, until Lester Morris, a tech sergeant from Englewood, California, informed the men that some cases contained grenades and similar high-sensitive explosives. The unloading continued as rapidly, but a little more gently. The Liberators were to supply both American and British troops, one half the force to carry long, white metal canisters and wicker hampers containing British supplies, the other half loaded oblong, brown, padded crates, reels, gasoline jerry cans, and bundles of goods for U.S. forces. Parachutes of different colors were used to identify ammunition, gasoline, rations, and signal supplies. Thousands of men are parachuting from aircraft or landing by gliders at pre-designated areas on the east bank of the Rhine as the Libs start out on their mission. 480 Liberators, loaded to capacity, fly the same routes into the target where they can release their unusual load. Just before reaching the Rhine, the first of the supply bombers passed the last of the British gliders and then swooped down to even lower levels to see Allied armies crossing the Rhine in force. This operation was coordinated directly with the advance across the Rhine by Field Marshal Montgomery's 21st Army Group and the Allied 1st Airborne Army. The fields east of the Rhine are studded with gliders as the bombers of the 2nd Division roar over the dropping area to release nearly 500 tons of all-important supplies and equipment, dropping and parachuting more than 4,400 canisters and bundles. Intense enemy flak meets the bombers at several points. Flying in as low as 100 feet, they go through a hail of fire from 20mm anti-aircraft cannon, machine gun, and small arms, but the drop is made to the men waiting below. Then swinging back with supplies still being dropped, a Lib waist gunner later said,
"The battlefield was an inferno of burning objects, while fierce gunfire and battles raged between our airborne troops and the Germans. What we experienced was much worse than any heavy flak, but we dropped all our supplies for our ground troops, and as we pulled away we could see our boys picking up the cartons. It made us feel pretty good to help give such close support to the boys fighting down there."
Recrossing the Rhine again at the bombed-out city of Wiesel, more planes and gliders were still winging their way east in a seemingly never-ending flow. And now the heavy bombers are soon